Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Usually I do like different stuff on here. I don't come on here and do this, but I am going to be talking about my pregnancy. Last time I did a video on here, I was not pregnant. And it's been a while since I did a video on this channel. I have my regular YouTube channel, which is it's_Isabel, which I'm going to be changing the name to that channel because I don't know, it's just the underscore is just too much. Since I've been here, a lot has been going on since I've been on here. But I just want to touch topic on my pregnancy. So I found out that I was pregnant at 4 weeks. Okay, so if a lot of y'all that know about pregnancy know that 4 weeks is very early to find out that you're pregnant. Usually when you find out you're pregnant, you're already 6 weeks, missed a period already. So all I know is that me and my husband, was thinking about having another kid. And, we decided to, hey, maybe we can, try to have another kid. I've been on birth control for almost 5 years since I had my previous child. And I took my birth control out and didn't get pregnant right away. So I just thought, hey, it's not going to be easy to get pregnant. But I did. So I am 4 weeks. Well, not now, but when I found out that I was pregnant, I was 4 weeks pregnant. And that was around February, okay? So anyway, I was curious, so I took a pregnancy test and the lines were very, very, very light. So I thought, hey, maybe I'm just playing tricks on me or whatever. I'm not pregnant, so I took, a couple of tests and I kept seeing the lines get darker or whatever. So I said, okay, maybe I am pregnant. So I had a pregnancy scare, okay, because I was like, thought that I was, having a miscarriage, obviously. So fast forward a week or something later, I was at my daughter's 5th birthday party, and moving around a lot, of course, because you're at the party and stuff like that. And I had went to the bathroom and seen blood in my underwear. So that automatically was like, whoa, this is not good. And I was having cramping. Just the cramping just came on very strong or whatever. So I said, this is not good. I'm probably going to have to go to the hospital. So I said, this is not good. I'm probably going to have to go to the hospital. So I left my daughter's party early and I went to the hospital. Anyway, when I had went to the hospital, I stayed in there for hours and hours. You would think if you tell them, hey, I had a positive pregnancy test and I'm bleeding and I'm cramping, you would think they would see you right away. No, I was in there for hours and hours before they even seen me. And they did an ultrasound on me and said that they couldn't see anything. There was no baby there, nothing. In my head, I'm thinking like, okay, 4 weeks, it's kind of a little bit too early to even see anything in the uterus yet. So that's in my head, but in my head I'm still thinking like, wow, they don't see a baby, I'm having a miscarriage. Or they were saying, it might be an ectopic pregnancy where the pregnancy could be in your tubes, or it just might not be there. You'll just probably bleed out and, flow out. So I was thinking like, oh my God, this is terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? So, still at the emergency room or whatever. And I guess they after they give me the ultrasound, I guess they give me a little bit of time to see if I'm still bleeding or not. So in the meantime, I'm still having light bleeding or whatever. The doctor comes in and she was saying, oh, it either can be, a miscarriage, or you might just be too early. But to be honest, we honestly think it's a miscarriage. It's definitely not an ectopic pregnancy because we don't see anything in your tubes or anything like that. So she was like, it could just be a miscarriage. That's what she said out of her mouth. I strongly believe that it is a miscarriage that you're having. So you guys, I was so sad about this, very upset. And just irritated or whatever about the situation. So I guess the doctor was saying, you know what, we're not gonna give you a pill or whatever, because we can always give you a pill to so that way you could finish having the baby. And I wasn't trying to take no pills to finish having the baby, because like I said, you know, what if I am pregnant and it's just too early? Like I said, it's 4 weeks. Those of y'all who know about pregnancy know that 4 weeks is way too early, okay? So before I knew anything about implantation bleeding, I'm assuming that there's something wrong, okay? But these people are doctors. They don't want to tell you. I don't know why they didn't want to tell me, you know, hey, it could be implantation bleeding, or you're too early. Whatever the case may be, is they didn't want to tell me that. They were just saying, hey, you're having a miscarriage. So she said, I'm going to send you home or whatever in the next 48 hours. No, in the next 24 hours, we're going to schedule you to get an HCG, your blood drawn to get HCG levels, to see if your levels went up or not. So after that, I had went home. I did not have any more bleeding, but I definitely was cramping or whatever. So I said, you know what, maybe it is implantation bleeding, because I was talking to other people and they were saying like, hey, it just might be too early, you know what I'm saying? And other people been through this and they're fine, they're perfectly fine or whatever. So I waited 24 hours and I had went back to get my HCG levels. Okay, so when I went back to get my HCG levels, mind you, I'm still cramping. I've been cramping for a couple of days already, and I'm like, okay, I'm cramping. This is not normal, because like I said, with my other 2 kids, I didn't have implantation bleeding or cramping at all. It just was a pregnancy. So I got my levels back, I think the next day or so, and my HCG levels definitely were higher. When I was at the hospital, I think my HCG levels was like 500, and then when I got my levels back from the test, it was like 1200 or something like that. So they definitely went higher or whatever, and you know, that was it. So they called me again and said, hey, you know, we're gonna take another one in the next 24 hours to see if that went up. So I took one in the next 24 hours and the HCG levels doubled that. So it was like 2,000 something. So I said, you know what? I definitely, you know, am, you know, having a baby. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, I'm still cramping. So I'm still kind of worried and nervous. Like, you know, why am I cramping so much? Da-da-da-da-da. But come to find out that sometimes, you know, when you're having implantation, you do cramp a lot and you do have bleeding. Yeah, so when you're going through implantation, you do have bleeding and you do have a lot of cramping. Not everybody goes through implantation bleeding, so you know, it might be very scary to you if you're, you know, worried about you're having a miscarriage. But I have read up on a lot of people and they said that they bled you know, majority of their pregnancy, and they had a healthy baby. So that was kind of weird. And a lot of people said that they cramped a lot and stuff like that, and they had a healthy pregnancy. So I was just like, okay, you know, maybe I have faith for whatever the case may be is. Next time I went to get an ultrasound, they sent a little tiny baby inside of my uterus. So I was very, 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 very happy about that, and just really happy, because it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of this stuff, I was upset, you know, of course you're scared and you're going through all of these emotions and thinking that you're having a miscarriage, because I only been pregnant 3 times in my life, you guys. Never had a miscarriage, never had an abortion, never nothing. So I don't know nothing about what's going on here. I'm just very scared and very nervous. So I have the baby in my uterus, very small, teeny tiny baby. But like I said, I am cramping to the max. I'm still cramping every single day, still cramping. So I've noticed that I'm very nauseous this pregnancy. Like, everything is just, you know, nauseous. I'm throwing up, and it's just really not the usual. You know what I'm saying? Because I had 2 babies before and didn't have nausea, didn't throw up, nothing like that. Didn't have nothing like that this pregnancy. I've noticed that, well, when I was around my first trimester, I was very nauseous, you guys. I could not eat anything, really. I couldn't really eat anything. The only thing that I could eat and that I could keep down was burgers. I don't care if it was a cereal. I don't care if it was ice cream. Whatever it was, I was throwing up. And I was throwing up to the point where I was throwing up. And after that, I would have like blood in my throw up. And it was just because I was throwing up so hard that my throat would start to bleed after the fact I would throw up. So I was really going through a lot. And I was not gaining weight at first because I was just throwing everything up. Everything that I would eat I would just throw up. You know what I'm saying? So especially me, I'm a water drinker, and I couldn't even drink water. I had to drink Sprite or orange pop or something like that, and I would be cool. And I didn't notice that I was very hungry, but I could not keep nothing down. Okay, so that was a problem for me the first trimester. So now I'm in my second trimester. Earlier on into the stages of my second trimester, I noticed that, you know, when I do eat, I be hungry, but I get full very fast and I'm in pain. Like if I get full, well, earlier on into because I'm almost, I would say out of my second, I'm not sure. But I would be in a lot of pain if I ate, you know what I'm saying? Like I would get full very fast and I would just be in a lot of pain. Like I'd be in so much pain, it wouldn't even make any sense. So I'd just be hungry, or if I'm full, I'd just be in a lot of pain. And it was just terrible. I was just like, what is going on, you know, with this pregnancy? And then I would always have to chew gum. Now I'm starting to not have to chew gum anymore, because I noticed that if I do chew gum, my nausea would go away. I always had a bad taste in my mouth. When I first got pregnant, my lips were always dry. Just a lot of weird symptoms, you know, very weird symptoms. My lips were always dry. I was always cramping. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really do too much. Very tired. I'm not a very tired person. I'm always on the go, always doing something, but for some reason I couldn't even, you know, hold a conversation in my first trimester. Like I was just so tired. I would do a couple things, go lay down. I didn't want to really talk to nobody. I just wanted to lay down, be in my bed, be in my bed, be in my bed, be in my bed. That's all I thought about in my first trimester. My second trimester now, I'm currently 23 weeks pregnant. And I am very big. I'm not gonna lie. I gained over 36 pounds from my pregnancy. And I am kind of scared because I'm currently 177 and I'm only 6 months pregnant. I have a couple of more months to go. And with my second baby, I was 190 when I gave birth. So I'm kind of a little bit scared because the weight is creeping up on me, and I'm not eating as much as I was eating with my second child. So I'm not sure why I'm gaining so much weight. My face got fat, tremendously fat. And I've just been gaining a lot of weight. With my second baby, my face was so huge when I gave birth. Everything was huge. My legs, my feet, my arms, everything. I was so huge at 190. So I'm kind of a little bit scared now because I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I'm 177 now and I'm only 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I have possibly 3 months to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 3 more months to go. So I don't want to get 200 and something pounds with this pregnancy. I don't want to do that because it took me a long time to lose my weight with my second child, and I feel like I know why. But I'll touch bases on that in a second. But that's another thing. I'm gaining a lot of weight and I'm not eating as much. So that's kind of scary to me. They say eat small frequent meals, but I don't eat small frequent meals. I eat regular size meals, but I would say I eat 3 meals a day. I don't eat for 2 Or you know how they say, oh, eat for two, or I don't eat for two, I eat for myself, and that's it. Because I've noticed that if I eat a lot, I will get very sick. And it was to a point where if I ate at night past a certain time, I would say like past 9 or 10, I would get extremely sick. Even if I was not full, I could not eat past 9 or 10 o'clock. It would just be over with. I have pains all night. I'll be sick. I will not feel good. So those symptoms subsided though. And now I can eat past 9 o'clock or whatever. I'm noticing that, I can eat a little bit more now. And I'm a little bit more hungry now. But like I said, I don't have strong hunger pains like regular pregnant women. Because I remember when I was pregnant with my second child, my hunger pains were so strong that I could cry. Like, I needed to eat immediately. Like, immediately. This pregnancy, I don't have strong hunger pains. If I'm hungry out, it won't bother me as much as it was before. Like, the pains are not strong. They're not extremely crucifying to me like how they were with my second pregnancy. But yeah, so I'm 23 weeks right now. My due date is supposed to be November 8th, but I strongly believe that I'm going to have this baby in October. Because once I'm done, I am done, and I will do anything to have this baby. Walk up a hill, do my exercise, yoga, whatever I have to do to get this baby out, I will do it once I pass full term. So I'm not going to do nothing until I pass full term. Like, I would never do nothing until I pass full term. So, but I did want to give a pregnancy update on my pregnancy because, like I said, I have not been on here in a while, and I don't know, I might put this on my regular channel. I don't know. But I definitely had a big pregnancy scare, and it was scary. And for those of y'all who are going through something like this right now, don't worry about it. Like I said, it might just be implantation bleeding. Some women do bleed majority of their pregnancy, and it's a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? So you're not alone if you are going through something like this. If you're in your first 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? This is something that women go through. You're not alone. And I was scared as hell. I thought I was the only one that was going through it, but no, a lot of women were going through the same thing. And it's best for you not to keep checking until you missed your period, because once you miss your period, you're already 6 weeks, and for a fact, hey, I'm pregnant. And if I go to the doctor, 9 times out of 10, they're not even gonna take you until you're 8 weeks. So I would just, even though it's very hard those 2 weeks after, just waiting to see and waiting, the waiting game is so annoying, but I would suggest strongly to wait until after you miss your period, because if you don't, you're gonna go through a lot of emotions, waiting and waiting and waiting. And then if you go early, they say, oh, we don't see no baby. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be emotional. You're gonna be upset. So I strongly suggest for you to wait after you miss your period. Strongly, because if I would have waited, I probably would have thought, hey, I'm just having my period early or some shit like that. And then after that, I would notice my period is not here. Let me take a pregnancy test. That would have been the smart thing to do, instead of taking this pregnancy test way too early in the middle of the 2-week wait and having to go through all of this emotions. Just wait until you miss your period. That's my advice to you. So right now I am currently 6 weeks. I'm currently 6 months pregnant. I have 3 more months to go. Like I said, my due date is November 8th, but I highly doubt that I am going to be giving birth in November. I'm probably going to give birth in October. So around October 30, 20 something, around that time, I'll be around 38 weeks, 39 weeks. And I feel like that's the time that I might go on ahead and give birth, because with my other 2 children, I gave birth way before my due date. So I'm thinking that this is going to be the same way too as well. So another thing, after you have your baby, I know they always try to rush you to get birth control. And, that's not no problem. If you don't want to have another kid, that's fine and dandy. But I would suggest for you to wait at least about 6 weeks before you do get your birth control. In that time, the space of 6 weeks, you're not even supposed to be having any intercourse anyway, because you're supposed to wait for your vagina to heal around 6 weeks. So my advice to you would just wait until the 6 weeks. Don't have them place your birth control as soon as you give birth, because that is going to stop you from losing weight. I'm not gonna lie, like, that is what stopped me from losing my weight. Like, it took me years to lose my weight. As soon as I had got off birth control, I snapped back immediately. After so many years of me trying to lose weight with this birth control, as soon as I took it out, I snapped right back into my size, and then I got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So I would advise you to wait 6 weeks before you get that birth control in, to give your body a chance to lose all of the baby fat and everything, because birth control does contribute to you gaining weight. I don't care what nobody says, it does. It'll be harder for you to lose weight while on birth control. Now, if you're a young mother, 19, 18, it might not be hard, and it might be hard. It's hard to lose weight, okay? It's not easy to lose weight, because food is good, food is great, but when you're on birth control, them hormones and shit, it's very, 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 very hard for you to lose weight. So once I give birth, I am going to decline my birth control until after 6 weeks. Now, after 6 weeks, if I choose not to get back on birth control, then I might not. But if I do, then I will go and call my doctor and get some type of birth control that I can have once 6 weeks is up, because I want to give my body a chance to get back to normal and to regulate my weight. Because like I said, I was 190. It took me so long to lose my weight. I was 150 for years. Like, I lost pounds, okay, because I was 190 to 150. I lost pounds. But prior to my pregnancy, I was 130. So it took me a very, very, very long time to get from 150. Now, as soon as I took out my birth control, I went down to 130 in a month. Like, no lie, I went down to 130 in a month. And I eat the same way. I wasn't on no diet. I wasn't doing nothing different, eating the same way. So I'm telling you, birth control is a big factor of why some people cannot lose weight when they give birth. Some people just get bigger, in fact, after they have their baby, and you jump on birth control, you might get bigger than your previous pregnancy weight. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I so big? It's that birth control, sis. Wait until the 6 weeks is over. Try to lose weight in that time, because 9 times out of 10, you didn't ate so much while you're pregnant. You're tired of fucking food by the time the baby is here. It's like, I don't even want no food. I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So some of these people don't even eat a lot when they give birth, but they can't lose the goddamn weight because of the birth control. So I'm telling you guys now, advice, please wait until the 6 weeks. You're not even supposed to have intercourse. Now, if you have intercourse, that's on you. That's on you. In your private areas, that's you. But you're not even supposed to be having intercourse until after 6 weeks. So by you not being on birth control for those 6 weeks is not going to hurt anything, because you're not even supposed to be having intercourse around this time. So I would advise you to just wait for that birth control, and just wait for that birth control, because it's going to be hard to lose that weight. Very hard. Some people, it's not. Majority of the people, it is. Majority of the people in the United States have weight gain problems. They can't lose weight. They're gaining weight. They're doing this. They're doing that. So I would just advise you to just wait a little bit, you guys. Just wait. Take care of yourself. Take care of your baby. When your baby comes, another advice, try to get some sleep, okay? When your third trimester comes along, try to get some sleep. As much sleep as possible. Whenever you can nap, nap. Because once the baby gets here, it's all about the baby, and you don't know when your baby sleep schedule is. Your baby might be up at night, you might be wanting to go to sleep. In the daytime, you want to be up, the baby might want to sleep. So I advise you to get as much rest as you can now, so when your baby gets here, you can have, you can get adjusted to their sleep schedule and sleep when they sleep. Because it's not easy, especially for first time moms. Y'all to go crazy, like, what is going on with this baby, da 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 da, especially if you have a colic baby that cries. And most babies that have colic wait until the middle of the night to start crying. So that is my advice to y'all. Get as much rest as you can. I'm currently not in my third trimester yet. I'm still in my second trimester. I believe that once I turn 27 weeks, then I'll be in my third trimester. I'm 23 weeks right now, so I'm definitely 6 months. Yeah, so I guess it's like from 18 to 22 weeks, you're 5 months. And from 23 to 27, you're 6 months. So after that 27 mark, you're in your third trimester. You're 8 months pregnant. You're 7 months pregnant. And you're in that third trimester, y'all. 7, 8, 9. Third trimester. Get as much rest as you can. Like, that's my advice to you. But yeah, that was just my pregnancy update. Like I said, everybody's pregnancy is different. Everybody's body is different. You might not go through the same things that I've gone through. But if you are going through it, best believe that nothing lasts forever. And don't hold me though, because some pregnant women have nausea the whole 9 months, and I feel so sorry for you guys if you guys are going through that. I am terribly sorry. But what worked for me is gum. I had to chew gum. I popped gum like I was popping cigarettes. The gum pack, the wrapper, opening up the gum, it felt like I was smoking a pack of cigarettes or something. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not a cigarette smoker. That's just what it felt to me like. Like if I'm popping popping another cigarette, popping a gum. That's what really helped me with my nausea and helped me throughout my day. Because I was really going through it, y'all. So I'm 23 weeks pregnant, again, like I said. And I'll be back up here to give like another pregnancy update, I would say. Once I turn 7 months. I started this pregnancy update very, very, very late. I should have been doing pregnancy updates from when I was in my first trimester. But to be honest, since I've been pregnant, I have not been wanting to do videos. I have not been wanting to do anything. I just want to chill and just be in my own world. When I'm ready to get up and do stuff, I'll do it. 9 times out of 10, it's just I never feel like doing anything. I'm extremely lazy for some reason. I don't want to do anything. Like, when I say nothing, I mean nothing. I don't want to do nothing. So I am going to keep trying to do updates. I cannot wait to have this baby because I'm already out of breath. I'm already tired. The weight is just so heavy on me. I'm not used to being this heavy at all. And it's my third pregnancy. So I feel like the more pregnancies that you have, the harder they get. Some people say the easier they get. I don't believe it. My first pregnancy was very easy. I was only 170 something when I gave birth. I lost my weight within 2 weeks. My second pregnancy, I was 190. And I told you, it took me literally 4 years to lose my weight. 4 years. So, like I said, this pregnancy, I'm gaining weight very fast. I'm 177. I'm only 6 months pregnant. I just turned 6 months today. And I'm gaining weight very fast. Everything is big. I'm starting to feel my baby a lot now. She does move a lot. I am having a girl. I definitely wanted to have a boy, but I'm having a girl. So it is what it is. I already have 2 girls already, and to be honest, I definitely think that this is going to be my last pregnancy. I just don't do good pregnant. Some women look beautiful. Some women do great while they're pregnant. You know, their weight is intact. Everything is intact for them. Me, I just don't look good pregnant. I don't feel good pregnant. I'm not happy when I'm, pregnant. Some women love being pregnant. Pregnancy is not for me. So I definitely think that this is going to be my last. But I cannot wait to see my precious little daughter. I will reveal her name and stuff like that. And once I have her, I will be up here and, doing little videos with her and stuff like that. I just cannot wait to see my little munchkin. But yes, this is my 23-week update and pregnancy scare. So if you're liking anything that I'm saying, just stay tuned for more videos. And if you're going through this, you are not alone, you guys. You guys are not alone. I went through a lot while I was pregnant. All because I couldn't wait, you guys. I just could not wait. I wanted to see if I was pregnant or not. And that is not a good thing to do sometimes, because you will drive yourself crazy, especially if you're having implantation bleeding like I had. And just going to the hospital is just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, even if you was having a miscarriage, I just don't think that the hospital is good to go to, because they don't even tell you the real, you know what I'm saying? Like the hospital was just a terrible experience for me. And if I would have listened to that lady, I would have given myself an abortion and not even know, thinking that I was having a miscarriage. So the best thing to do is just listen to your gut and wait until your misperiod. That's the best thing that I could say. And even if you are having a miscarriage, you're gonna bleed out anyway. So you're gonna end up bleeding it out. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? So I would just say, just wait until the misperiod. But anyway, you guys, I will be back up here for more videos.